Now, according to David Higgins, who is of course a promoter of Joseph Parker, who unfortunately for him has come off two back-to-back defeats. One was a unification against Anthony Joshua, and last time out against Dillian Whyte in a fantastic fight, by the way. And David Higgins has said that Lucas Browne has in fact been in contact with them to discuss a potential bout between him and Joseph Parker. And this is what David Higgins had to say. Lucas Browne's people are talking to us about a big trans-Tasman affair. It would definitely make sense in Auckland or New Zealand because Joe has a better fan base in New Zealand than Browne has in Australia. So you could mount a big trans-Tasman clash. So for me, my initial reaction is great. I would love to see these two get it on. Obviously, for both of these guys, the last time that Lucas Browne fought, he lost to Dillian Whyte. And the last time Joseph Parker fought, he lost to Dillian Whyte. So it would kind of make sense, I suppose. I know Lucas Browne, he does have a fight coming up soon. I forget the date of it, against Julius Long. So I would fully expect him to come through that one. And to be honest, as much as I would love to see Parker versus Lucas Browne, and he's absolutely right, it would be a huge trans-Tasman clash. It really would for me. And, you know, I'm not part of Australia or New Zealand or any part of that part of the world, but I love domestic rivalries. I love rivalries between two countries and all that kind of thing, and this is exactly what it is. Now, I wouldn't be against Joseph Parker having a cherry pick, to be honest, before he takes on Lucas Browne. I'm not saying that he can't beat Lucas Browne. I mean, if these two were to fight, I would certainly pick Joseph Parker to win, and win quite convincingly. But for me, I think that both of these guys need to get a win under their belt. Obviously, Lucas Browne's looking to do that against Julius Long, and Joseph Parker, he should probably be looking to do the same against somebody who maybe you don't really know, you know, just a journeyman somewhere along the lines. And then these two set it up. As far as it being in New Zealand or Australia, to be honest, again, from the outside looking in, I don't think it really matters. In quite honestly, I don't think it really matters, because in Australia, the impression that I get is a lot of the Australian boxing fans, they look at Joseph Parker as one of their own. And in New Zealand as well, they look at Lucas Browne. While they may not really look at him as one of their own, but they do support him to a certain degree. So for me, I don't think it really matters where, but hey, listen, if they could do bigger numbers in New Zealand, do it in New Zealand, why not? But I would love this fight. Really, I really would. Of course, this will be a Saturday morning fight for me here in the UK, so I'll probably be looking at about 10, 11 a.m. I'm all for that. I don't know why people are so obsessed when they're in different countries, say, you know, if you're over in America, I don't like watching the UK fights because it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. For me, that's great. I don't get it. Anyway, but I like this fight, and I really hope that it happens. As I said, both of these guys do need to get a win under their belt before they take on each other. The loser of this fight, again, it's still not over, but if Lucas Browne was to lose, I would imagine that it would be pretty much over for him. He's going to be fighting, if he wants to carry on fighting and earning a little bit of money, then he probably will be carrying on fighting the likes of Julius Long and thereon after. With Joseph Parker, again, just a couple of tune-up fights. He's still young, so he can always come back. But for me, I would certainly pick Joseph Parker to win, and win quite convincingly. But hey, this is boxing. You never know what happens. Lucas Browne can bang. He really can. And especially if he gets himself into condition and is actually up for the fight. I'm not saying he wasn't up for the fight against Dillian Whyte, and maybe Dillian just frustrated him. Who knows? But Lucas Browne didn't look like he really wanted to be in there. He just looked like he was scared from the opening bell up until he got stopped, brutally stopped. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'll be interested to know your thoughts as a New Zealander or an Australian. Should this fight be in New Zealand or Australia? Does it really matter? Would you really like to see the fight? And for the rest of us who's not in that neck of the woods, would you also like to see this fight? For me, I'd give it a big hell yeah. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.